Welcome to another episode of Coexist. I'm Greg. This is Kenya, my other half. We're going to be talking about Ancestry.com.
It's not Ancestry.com. It's myheritage.com.
Okay.
But there's other ones.
Yeah, myheritage.com.
23andMe.
Just going through different avenues and just understanding where we come from and who we are. Mm-hmm. So originally this was your idea. So how did what made you want to do that in the beginning?
That's a good question. So this was actually a couple of years ago, so it's fairly recent. I wanted to just know what is it about this DNA? Like I was talking to a friend more years back, and they were basically telling me with DNA it's super cool. Like there's all these different websites that you can go to. MyHeritage is one of the top ones because it goes back like 6 generations. So it piqued my interest. So I was like, okay, let me try the whole MyHeritage and see. And what is cool about it is that when I going into it, obviously they give you options. So and I don't think it's just with MyHeritage. There's other websites that also give you options. And they basically let you know do you want to just know what's in you, basically, if you have different Scandinavian in you, African in you, whatever. Or it also you can mark it as I want to know everything, family members, if you can contact others or what have you. And they do warn you, which is also cool because it lets you know hey, there is a chance that you might find out something that you weren't ready to find out.
Other people can probably reach out to you too, because once you put that in there, you're in
there. They can. So once you put once anybody's in the system. So I found out too that if say I have a relative that did 23andMe and my ancestry.com, if they do their DNA through there, they're already in the system. So even if I do MyHeritage, they're on 23andMe, they will pop up in the system. Obviously they have that connection, which is pretty cool. And then you can also message people. It categorizes it different countries. These are your cousins in Mexico, or this is your 5th cousin in France. And it's really cool because some of them have their pictures. If you choose to upload your picture and you can message.
In the opening, we watched yours. Where you come from. Kenya from Kenya. So
that was crazy.
Yeah, so what was your breakdown?
So my breakdown okay. The breakdown is 24.3% Nigerian, 21, I won't go specific, but 21% Sierra Leonean, 18% Kenyan, 17% North and West European, and then 18% 3 or more ethnicities, which is Mexico and all of that, Brazil. So it goes down into that. And then with Northwestern European, when you click on it more, it'll state, because I have Finnish in me, Scandinavian in me, so it breaks it down of what's exactly in you. So it's pretty cool. And that's what you saw on the video. It's really nice because MyHeritage sends you a video, and if you listen to it, you can hear the music from the different cultures when they show you. And then in MyHeritage, you can also click on it, and it talks about the culture and how it all started, the history of the country. So you get a little backdrop. And then me and Babe also, we looked at characteristics just for fun of each thing that it says that we were.
Yeah, because I think once she did it and showed me, then it's babe, you should do it. So it's all right, I guess I'll do it.
It's fun.
And then with mine, we found out that I was 55% Nigerian. I was 22% West African, 16% Central African, and then I was the 3% Portuguese. Well, I don't know why she keeps going to the Portuguese thing, but 3% Portuguese.
That's funny. It's cute. It's cute though that you have Portuguese in you.
Yeah, 3% Portuguese. Yeah. But then I was doing research, like she said. It's kind of knowing where you come from. So it is pros and cons to doing this, because it's it gives you a sense of like identity, like where your family might have came from,
Mm-hmm.
the origins of your family, or where they might have migrated from and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Just being a little interesting. But when I was looking at mine, because I went from the top one, like the
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian or whatever, and they said that we are hardworking, loyal people. We respect our elders,
Mm-hmm.
family oriented, um, and we do hustle. We also like a lot of times have side jobs and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I do be on my hustle. Like I do, I be doing my side jobs and all that. So some of that do kind of represent. I can see myself in that. So I think it's important. But like, do you see yourself in any of the traits that like we looked up for you?
I do. So like I was looking up too because I know we have the Nigerian in common,
Mm-hmm.
and so I do think that that is true with me. And like it does say that Nigerians are very very hard workers, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the Nigerians that I ran into they have like 1,000 degrees. It's
Yeah,
crazy. I'm like, what?
that's crazy.
They're all on their fifth doctorate, but no, I understand. Like it's just yeah, it's they're very
Yeah.
hardworking. Scandinavian for me too. Um, big on equality, direct communication, work
Mm-hmm.
life balance, and I think that's pretty spot on too on some things. And then like for I was going to also some of the culture that are
Mm-hmm.
less like too, not just the ones that are more dominant too, but like Finnish, they're direct, honest, they're resilient, and I do feel like I do have some of those characteristics. Like I'm very direct,
Yeah.
I am honest. I think being in leadership, you have to be direct and honest. And I
Yeah.
know that like sometimes with my job, it certain things come easier for me than I think others when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
having to like, talk to people about things that they need to work on.
I
But I come in a loving manner.
I
Just
mean, I think some of the, I think all of this has pros and cons. I think some of, like I said, the pros are like you finding out where you came from,
mm-hmm.
doing background. But if you do want to find family members, that is an option for you.
Yeah.
Um, they have first, second cousins, third cousins, all the way down. Like you might
It's
not
a
even know.
lot.
And like I said, if what you said, if they've done it before, then a lot of times they have their info. You can put info on there, like if you want to leave your phone number that people can call you or message you and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It goes like however much info you want to put out there because people can contact you. Um, but I think like some people might not want to know that, so it's I like it because you can put as much as you want and you don't have to really go that deep if you don't want to.
And some people too, like I have relatives that are like, I don't know if I want to put that out there because then they're gonna have your DNA like all out there. You're giving them like
Yeah,
all your information. I'm thinking, didn't you? I mean, I'm sure if you went to doctor's visits, right? You go
yeah,
to doctors, they have all your information at the
yeah.
doctor too. They draw blood, they give you shots, all of that. So it's already kind of out there
Yeah,
if they
once you get
really
a
want
birth
it.
certificate and do tetanus
Yes.
shots in your kid and all that, so
Yeah.
it's out
So
there.
some are more like conspiracy theory, like theorists, like, oh, I don't know if you should do that because that means that they're gonna have your stuff and they're gonna. But I'm thinking it's already out there. It's been out there already for decades for
So I
me.
mean, I
So
think some people, if you want to do it, I think it is something to do because it's interesting and it's a topic of discussion. You can have debates and all of that stuff, or you can look for like traits and stuff like that too. So it just depends, but um overall for me it was a good experience. Like I'm glad that I did it. I mentioned it to my kids and I was showing them the breakdown. They was like, Dad, you black. So it kind of like, because I had all of the little,
oh my
different
gosh.
Africans, stuff like that. So,
But another thing that's cool is once you get in the system, like for me, like I
yeah.
wanted to know more, not just like what's in me, but like relatives. And I
Yeah.
knew it was real because my other cousins would pop up like this is your first cousin and I'm like oh that's so and so you know what I
Yeah.
mean. I already knew that they did like my ancestry, so I was like
Mm.
okay there that makes sense. So that's how I knew it was accurate for the most part. Then I got my grandmother's birth certificate, so like they
Mm.
start like if you
Showing.
pay into it then they'll give you just enough, but
Mm-hmm.
like if you want more information you got to pay more into it. So I got my grandmother's birth certificate. I
Mm.
got to see where she was born, her mother, like how she was they listed her as like a housewife and like they
Yeah.
had her age, and then like
Mm.
her father was like from Mississippi and it had Negro on. It was like a whole thing, like Negro, Hispanic. That's where like my Hispanic side comes in.
You can
But
see
it's
it.
no, but
No.
it's cool to see like this is my grandmother's birth certificate, like when she was born, like she was so little, and like it talks about like her mom, her, and it's super cool, like to see that stuff come to life. You can also edit pictures. I know that could be a touchy area, but in my heritage, it's really cool because you can make the pictures come to life, and you can put what you want them to say, like, hi, I'm so and so, I was born in 1947 or however, and like it brings a picture to life.
That's kind of like that AI stuff. Sometimes it's scary because I know my brother did like a video with my mom, and she turned around and waved, and it like made me emotional. So it's like some stuff, and that's what I said. It's like you can do as much as you want or as less, and I think that's the important part, because it's like if you don't want to go down that road, because I know like some people that's adopted, they might not want to know that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they might just want to kind of remember what they remember, and leave that part. So I like that you can put as much or less as you want into that. So I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like I was interested in it because she like put me on to it. So I'm like, let's see what I am.
Now I have
she was
family
like
members that are thinking
do
about doing it now. Like when they see it come to life in the video, and then when he got to see his, I was like super excited because I was like, oh my gosh, his results are in. And then my dad did it, so I have like all my dad's information too, and you can keep it like all in one spot, which is super cool. So
I mean, so I think one of my questions would be like, what do you guys think about that? Is that something that you might be interested in, or did you hear about it, or would you kind of like, I don't want to do it because I don't want them to get all my stuff and my information, and what I mean, or is it something that you do want to find out because it's like a discovery, like going through that journey of discovering who you are, where you came from. On a spiritual level, I was talking to another guy, and he was saying like, just looking back at like, if we was to go back, I'm Nigerian. What were they faith? Like, what in Nigeria, what were their original faith? Like, what did they believe in? How did they? You know what I'm saying? That's something if you want to go like the spiritual route of it and stuff like that. So it just depends on how you want to look at it, and if you see stuff line up with who you are as a man or as a woman today. So like, we want to know y'all information as far as what do you think about it. Are you skeptical? Or you want to know what you think?
And also too, like, what if you guys have already done a DNA test? I know my cousin and her husband are doing that, and so like once they get their results, I know they're going to be super excited because she was already excited. She did not go through myheritage.com. I think she went through Ancestry. So she sent me the picture. She's like, hey, I did it, like we're sending it in. And so it's super, like it's like, and like you anticipate like getting your results, and you're like, I wonder what's in me. But it does change the spectrum of things, like, oh, like that's what's in me. That's crazy. But I also want to know if you guys have already had a DNA test, what is in you, or what's one thing that was in you that completely like was like, what, like my like my dad had Asian in him, and it was just crazy. I'm like, what, like this is crazy. Like for me, I'm like, Finnish, like what the heck, I have Finnish in me. So you want to, like, it's really cool to just look and see like what's in
it. With this is my Nigerian.
So wait, what was the shock? Okay, what's one thing that shocked you? Like, what was one on there that you were like, what? Like,
I think probably the Portuguese. You keep going to the Portuguese. I have me looking up like Portuguese images. Yeah. What do they look like? Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. I remember your cute nose. Yeah, I remember you was sending me stuff like that about Portuguese. Like, look, this is interesting. But I think it's just something fun. It can be fun, a family thing if y'all want to do it and find out stuff like that. So I mean, it just depends. But
it's fun. I think it's super cool. Just do it. And like for me, I'm like, I think you should go for it. And you don't have to do the whole family thing. Like if you're like, I don't want to know if I have brother, you don't have to do that. It gives you an answer. It gives you options, I mean, and it warns you. So it's kind of like, it's cool to like kind of, just get more background knowledge. Like I said, you only live once.
But I mean, that's it for us. We just really want to know what you guys think.
Yes.
Even tell us if you like our outfits or whatever. But just like, comment, subscribe, give us your thoughts about it, and we will try to message you guys back and go through the the whole thing. If we see your comments, we will try our best to reply. Thank you for watching.